Hi, it's David Levin, and you're listening to Pop Goes the Culture, presented by Wise Brother Media. And today, my guest is one of my favorites, Steve Guttenberg. He's been in 60 films or more, including Police Academy, 3 Men and a Baby, Cocoon, and many, many, many others. And now he's here to talk about To Lava, to Lantula, to be or not to be.
Thanks, David. Good morning, and I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. Actually, I've only seen it without the visual effects, so today, actually, I'm going to get to see the film, and then this Saturday night, August 6th, we've got the premiere, so we're looking forward to it.
I can't wait to see it. Now, tell me a little bit about the film.
Sure. Well, it's the sequel to Lavalantula, which the Sci-Fi Channel put on last year, and it was a nice hit for them, so we decided to do a sequel. And as in last year, obviously based on a true story,
yes.
About giant lava-spewing spiders popping out of a volcano in the Santa Monica Mountains in Los Angeles. This time, they pop out of the sand in Florida and really wreak havoc on Orlando and Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And finally, Colton West comes in with Michael Winslow and Marion Ramsey, my buddies from Police Academy, and we save the day. It's really funny, directed by a guy named Nick Simon, who's a very talented director, and we had a good time.
And you spent a lot of time preparing for this, didn't you?
Oh, I did. It took at least 10 minutes to prepare for this film, and I did my best.
Very nice. So tell me more about the film itself. Is this considered to be part of the whole Sharknado universe? Well,
Sharknado is such a phenomenon, but it's got a little bit of a different tone than Lavalantula and To Lavalantula. I think that the outrageousness is a little more in sight in Sharknado 4, whereas in To Lava, to Lantula, we're trying to stay a little more grounded. But obviously, we've got giant lava-spewing spiders and lots of great references to films. But, as I said, our director was a pretty smart guy, and he tried to make it all as grounded as he could.
Right. So, okay, so you're together again with your friends from Police Academy. How was it working with those guys again?
Well, they're great. Michael Winslow is such a talented fellow, and Marion Ramsey, she's a Tony nominee, really, really talented lady. And it was great. And, when you've worked with people for 30, 35 years, you create a shorthand. And it's not hard to have a good time and also give great performances because you're dealing with friends, and it really helps a great deal.
You've worked on some of my favorite movies that I have ever seen. Can we talk a little bit about some of those?
Absolutely.
Cocoon. We'll play a little free association. Cocoon.
Just a terrific movie that I was able to work with Ron Howard, super talented guy, and the cast was stellar. One of the great cinema moments of my life.
You got to work with some real veterans of film in that. I mean,
I sure did. Yeah, I was very, very lucky.
What did you learn from those guys?
Well, 2 things. I learned a very, very important lesson from Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy, and their only advice to me was save your money, which was a great piece of advice. And I also learned from Maureen Stapleton, pay attention.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I learned from the great Maureen Stapleton. Her lesson to me was pay attention to now.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Now I get it.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It took me
But it's very, very important to pay attention, not only in your craft, but in life. Where are you now?
Yeah.
Where are you now?
3 Men and a Baby.
3 Men and a Baby, 2 terrific guys, Selleck and Danson. And the 3 of us will never be in a movie together because we're all the same guy. So it was a great pleasure to work with them and the supremely talented Leonard Nimoy.
Yes. Yeah. And I was a big fan of his as well. And then Police Academy, which got some shout-outs this summer at the Democratic National Convention of all places.
Yeah, we sure did. Bill Clinton and Chelsea Clinton reminisced about how they would watch Police Academy, especially when Chelsea's father had a tough few days. And I knew that was honesty in politics because I ran into Bill a few years ago, and he told me that absolutely, when he wants to relax, he watches Police Academy. So great compliment from the Clinton family.
That is crazy. Have you heard from anybody when he mentioned that? When they mentioned that?
Oh, gee, yeah. My phone lit up, and so did the Twitter page, and every form of communication I've got. It's thrilling, when it's the first time a president has ever said that at a national convention.
That's well, I'm trying to imagine Nixon talking about watching Police Academy or.
Right. I know. But it was honesty in politics.
It was great. I think it's terrific. I mean, those movies were great. They're great escapists. They're hilarious. Yeah. They looked like they were a lot of fun to do.
Oh yeah, really. Terrific. Most films are pretty fun to do, and I think if you like your profession, any profession is fun to do. You just got to like your profession.
Yeah, I totally agree. If you were one of the lucky ones to be able to like it. Okay, so I was reading your bio earlier, and your origin story, if that's what you want to call it, is awesome. That you left for LA with an education, $300 in your pocket, salami from your mom, and your dad's briefcase. So walk me through what happened when you got to LA.
Well, I got to Los Angeles. I was supposed to stay there for 2 weeks. And I actually ended up staying there for a year. I snuck on to the Paramount lot and went into the Lucille Ball makeup building, which was empty at the time, set up myself an office, and created a telephone for myself. My father's an electrical engineer, so I knew a bit about stringing and splicing, and started making my own phone calls and started getting my own jobs.
That's amazing. Your first one was Kentucky Fried Chicken?
My first job was the Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial, and then I went on to do Something for Joey, which was a bit of a crypt flick from the MTM studios, and my career took off, and I've been very, very lucky ever since.
You've been very, very lucky ever since. Well, I am looking forward to seeing Too Lava, Too Land. It's like Too Fast, Too Furious, right? Too Lava, Too Land.
Exactly.
And more to come on those. Any good deaths we should be looking for?
Well, I got a show I'm doing with John Lovitz, and we've got that started pretty soon. We're going to get into that, and then I've got a movie called The Pride of San Quentin, which we're putting together about the great warden Clinton S. Duffy and him changing the tracks of the penal system from corporal punishment to rehabilitation, an ideology that he created. So it's pretty terrific.
Steve Guttenberg, really a pleasure talking to you today.
Same here, David. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for all your help on all the stuff I'm doing.
Oh, my pleasure.